Round 5 of the Rockstar Triple Crown Series took us back to our nation's capital in Ottawa and the Sandley Motocross National. Back for the first time after a few years. Take a look on the right-hand side there. Dylan Wright would jump that gate on the 250 start of Moto 1. He would come around with the lead there. It would be assessed a stop-and-go penalty that would drop him out of the top 10, but he would head out, leaving some of the riders confused. I'm not sure as to what the ruling was, but that was the case when they came around to finish the first lap. It was still Dylan Wright out front, followed by number 335, that's Joey Crown, number 27, Tanner Ward. Then we had the two MX-101 riders, followed by Josh Osby, and there is intermediate rider Jake Trico coming around. And as they came around and the penalty was assessed, the lead went over to Joey Crown, followed still number 2 there, second place to Tanner Ward. Then we had Canella and Halstead, followed by Josh Osby. Joey Crown would actually come out with a little bit of a lead. He would get himself a bit comfortable, and the pit board would tell him not to worry too much, but he probably should have, as the two young rookie pros had by there. Great ride from Hayden Halstead. As number 12 starts moving his way back up, that's Dylan Wright takes the line away from Josh Osby. And there is intermediate ride Jake Trico heading through. He would end up 9th in this one, but he's got national champion right behind him, chasing him down. Number 33, Chris Fortier, is back in action here. He would end up having a pretty good day, finishing 8th in the first moto. Tanner Ward would now have his hands full with number 12 coming back behind him, followed by Canella. And here comes number 19, Hayden Halstead, Osby, and there is number 1, Sean Moffenbauer. Had a bit of troubles in the early going, but would start moving his way up. And now Dylan Wright would find himself right on the rear fender there of Tanner Ward, fighting for that second place. Moffenbauer would make some passes and move his way up into third place, and that is where he would stay. Heading through Hell's Kitchen, the pro section. That is now the final lap. Look how close Dylan Wright has made it up onto the leader, Joey Crown. He was surprised by the presence of a red fender behind him, and at the checkered flag, it was this close. Moves were actually tried by Dylan Wright to get by, but he was going to come up just short. Win goes to Joey Crown, followed that close by Dylan Wright. Third would go to defending champ Sean Moffenbauer. Fourth place, Tanner Ward, an emotional week for him, grabs that fourth place. The first 450 motor came around the first turn, and it was number 26, Kevin Benoit, who is on a 3-moto win streak at this moment. So that is going to be tough for the rest of the guys to come through and try to put an end to that. But there it goes, Kevin Benoit, followed by Tyler Medaglia. Points leader, Colton Fasciotti, Cole Thompson, Matt Gerke, and returning to action, that's number 4. That's Jeremy Medaglia out there up with the front runners. As they came around again, it was the usual suspects out front and starting to pull away from the rest of the field. As the track started to get rough, some of the jump faces with some nice little kickers in them. Coming around again, Kevin Benoit with a tiny bit of breathing room, but Tyler Medaglia had Colton Fasciotti all over his rear wheel. And number 16 and number 1, that's Thompson and Gerke, renewing their friendship out on the track. They seem to get together every race. Here comes Kevin Benoit through, and now Fasciotti has made his way into second place, and he's now going to go after number 26, Benoit, as Medaglia has Gerke all over his rear fender now. Jeremy Medaglia would come through. He'd actually finished in 7th place, getting back into action here. And Gerke gets by Medaglia as they come around to the checkered flag, though it was number 26 taking the win, making it 4 motos in a row, that close by Colton Fasciotti. Second 250 motor gets underway as the ladder goes down, but as they head into the first turn, Sean Moffenbauer gets there first into the first turn, taking it inside there with number 27. Give it to Tanner Ward, number 27. He took both hole shots, but leading out there was Sean Moffenbauer, followed closely by rival Jess Pettis as the rest of the guys come through what I'm calling Canary Corner. There goes Marco Canella, and there's Jared Petruska looking better there. He would end up finishing up there. He was 10th in that first moto. As the guys roll through here, get a good look here. And there's Tanner Ward, would have some trouble, so he fell way back, worked his way up to 15th. Pettis gets around to the lead. Moffenbauer followed by Crown, and here comes Dylan Wright, who was second in that first moto. As they come around now, it looks like Jess Pettis now starting to separate himself from the rest of the pack, as Dylan Wright now starts to make his move forward, getting around Joey Crown. Here comes Moffenbauer behind them. Dylan Wright would find his way up and into second place, doing math in his head, probably knew what had to be done. There's a real-time look back to Sean Moffenbauer. Back in third, he would go 3-3 on the day. First moto winner, Joey Crown, comes around. He would end up 4th in this moto. Intermediate rider, that's the top intermediate rider, 527, Jake Trico. Checkered flag too, Jess Pettis. Second place and the overall, though, would go to Dylan Wright in front of his local fans as team owner. That's Derek Schuster. Congratulations. Third place overall, Sean Moffenbauer.
you take your time.
Second goes to Joey Crown.
Look at that, he even stepped over the...
First in front of his home crowd, that is Dylan Wright.
Crown Series, Sean Mothenbauer, Dylan Wright, and Joey Crown.
Final moto of the day blasts off the start. That is the 450s in their second moto as they round the first corner. Have a look, there it is. The two local boys, that's Tyler and Jeremy Medallia, the brothers, the crowd cheering. They're happy with that. As you see the rest of the guys, we're going to leave it here for a second because first moto winner, having Benoit, number 26, having troubles off the start. So look at this. Here he is there. He's going to head out dead last and have to see what kind of points he can save as he's trying to get himself up into that top spot. Tyler Medallia would come around in first place, followed by points leader Colton Fasciati. Jeremy Medallia back to third, and there again. Oh, look at that move. Matt Gerke says hello and goodbye on that inside move. Tyler Medallia up to the outside, and there is Colton Fasciati. He was going to try to chase him down. Followed there by number 1, Matt Gerke. Again, number 16, Cole Thompson behind him. Jeremy Medallia, he would actually end up 9th in this one. Pretty good for his first race back. There's Ryan Dowd up from New England. He's a sand guy, and he liked it out there. He took 6th place in this second moto. There's Graham Scott, Dylan Epstein, and Keelan Meston. Meston would be 10-10, 4th overall. Epstein was on his way forward, as was number 26, Kevin Benoit, as he goes around. Yannick Boucher. There's Eric Jeffrey and number 21, Ryan Lalonde. And there is the difference between 1 and 2, Fasciati chasing down. And there is the difference between 3 and 4. That's Gerke and Thompson. Next, it would be Jeremy Medallia coming through that Hell's Kitchen section. And when it came around again, it was Colton Fasciati out front. Troubles for Tyler Medallia as he would pick up some twine in his back wheel, losing that rear brake and trying to desperately to fight off number 1 defending champ. That's Matt Gerke. And they come through here. You can see this battle is nice and tight here between Medallia and Gerke as they head into that really rutted out face. Checker flag to Colton Fasciati, and that would give him the overall. Second place, Tyler Medallia would hold off that close, Matt Gerke. Third goes to Matt Gerke, as we just mentioned. Second overall goes to Tyler Medallia. And the win goes to number 45, Colton Fasciati, as he takes over the points lead all by himself. We now head to Go for Junior.